government that set this precedent of forming governments without being the single largest party, whether it was Goa, whether it was Manipur, whether it was Meghalaya. How can you now blame the Congress? And some of your other colleagues have come ahead and blamed the Congress party for trying to do the same. It's almost like the kettle or the pot calling the kettle black.
First, I'll need to give probably two lessons to my counterpart in the Congress party, because I was also the Prabhari of Meghalaya. So let me correct first the factual position. The BJP does not have a government in Meghalaya. We are a constituent in the NPP government, which is part of the NDA. We are 2 seats. In Meghalaya also, if I may point out, the Congress did get 21. Conrad Sangma at that time had 19, now it's gone up to 20. But then all the numbers came up and stacked up. So the BJP was the party that was part of the coalition after the numbers in any case came in. So therefore Meghalaya is not the correct example to quote. With regard to this, I'll go with what Jagan was saying, and also as an advocate I'd like to bring it on record. See, there are 3-4 principles that work. If there is a pre-poll alliance, then that takes precedence, because always in the past it used to be the single largest. Then came in the concept of a pre-poll. A post-poll happens when there is absolute clarity with regard to the numbers. Otherwise, irrespective of all scenarios, in various judicial pronouncements, specifically with the SR Bomai and the Rameshwar, they were in Article 356 misuse cases, but nevertheless it's been established beyond doubt that what is required at this stage is always the majority on the floor of the House. For that, the first stage always comes the election of the Speaker. You have a pro tem Speaker, and then you have the election of the Speaker himself or herself. So these are the steps. They are pretty well known. I think Jagan pointed out that the precedents exist on both sides. The precedent exists also by calling the single largest party. The precedent also exists with calling, if the numbers are clearly there, in a post-poll scenario. If there were a pre-poll, then that would have taken precedence over both of this. So I think, therefore, it's still an open situation in that sense. We'll need to see with regard to Goa and with regard to Manipur. The numbers were there. If nobody wanted to go with the Congress, then the situation is identical to the argument here. The government, the mandate in Karnataka is against the Congress. Now it's a matter of seeing whether anyone wants to extend support, be part of it in terms of the mandate itself. Now that is something we will know in the next 12 or 14 or maybe less, or maybe 24 hours on the upper limit. So I think that's where the governor's institution becomes important. All these scenarios are there. I can't pass a comment on it because I can't speak for the governor. And in terms of precedents, they all exist there.
There are enough